Hey, this is Frank at Korea. In a few days, I'm going to put some videos up for post-election analysis, things that I think to look forward to based on the results. But I can't go without talking about the Florida elections and the just the incompetence that is Broward. It's either incompetence or crookedness. I don't want to say either way at this point. The Attorney General's race and the CFO's race, I don't think there's enough votes out there for Broward to overturn those. The Agriculture Commissioner looks like it will be won by Nikki Fried. And I don't think there's enough votes in Broward to, we'll say, double check to turn that over. But I think what's going to happen is, and this is disastrous, from whomever is awarded the Senate, and let's be honest, it's not won at this point. The person who won it on election night may not win it. He may be awarded it. The person who lost on election night may be awarded it because of Broward. But it's pretty disgusting what's going on there. They still will not say how many ballots they have outstanding. They are a county smaller than Miami-Dade, and Miami-Dade has completed their count. They are a county not affected by hurricanes, and they know how. And all of those counties affected by hurricanes, Cat 4 and a level, counted their ballots, did their absentee. You can make the argument that, oh, well, they're a smaller county. They got devastated by a giant Category 4 hurricane. They know exactly how many ballots they have. You can call up Brenda Snipes right now. She cannot tell you how many ballots are outstanding. And that election has been over for 2 days. They can't tell you how many are outstanding. They can't tell you why the county website says that there are 717,000 votes cast and 7,007 votes out there, but they can't tell you if there's 10,000 left or 20 or 30 or whatever the magic number is for the Senate race to be decided. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not that guy. But Brenda Snipes, this is not her first fuck up. In 2016, she was told by the courts not to destroy ballots in the wake of a Democratic primary involving Debbie Wasserman Schultz by the opponent, Tim Kavanaugh. He sued. She destroyed the ballots anyways, and when she was told not to do it. There have been multiple times where Broward has not gotten their votes out. I thought about doing a video about how they sent out these pamphlets talking about what the ballot would look like. I received it on the day in which that the on the card it says, remember registration ends on October 9th. I received it after October 9th. Granted, it wasn't actually anything of use, and it didn't actually have a voter registration card in there or how to fill it out, which meant it was just a worthless piece of paper. And yeah, District 24, where there is a massive disproportionate amount of undervote, which means that they didn't vote for something, which it doesn't follow ballot fatigue. Ballot fatigue is when you vote for somebody, you get to a certain point and just say, I'm done voting. Or, you really don't know who to vote for in this race. Florida 24, which is predominantly African American, it has a very small sliver of Broward County, has something in certain precincts as high as 20% didn't vote for the governor's race. And before some racist bastard out there says, oh, they just went in there to vote there for Andrew Gillum. Yeah, well, they voted for Attorney General. They voted for CFO. They put the agriculture. I mean, the agriculture, the vote was closer because of it. They didn't just vote for the black guy. You racist. Who's thinking that they only voted for Andrew Gillum? No, they skipped it because they didn't know that there was something on the very left bottom corner, because on the top of the ballot it had voter information in English, Spanish, and Creole, directions in English, Spanish, and Creole. Because there was no congressional seat, they didn't think to look for it, and a lot of people just skipped it. And because this is Broward County, and when you live in South Florida, look, I got thousands of ads for District 26. I don't live in District 26. Thousands of TV ads, thousands, hundreds of TV ads for 25. Maybe some of those voters just thought maybe there's not a Senate race. Maybe they just skipped it and thought they already voted for it. So it's a disgrace. Brenda Snipes should be recalled, but how do you recall the elections chief? And this isn't how she got the job. For people that are wondering how she first got her job, she was appointed by Jeb Bush because the person before her was such an incompetent, he had to actually remove her. And then that person fought it, and Brenda Snipes eventually won election, but she's been a horrible, horrible election chief for Broward County. And congratulations, state of Florida and Miami-Dade. Now you'll be voting for election chiefs too, because Amendment 10 passed. And so the corruption can go down there, because Miami needs a chance for more corruption. Well, that's all I've got for the video today. And you know what? I don't know what's going to happen in the Senate race. And the first rule of being ahead when you're in a recount is to say that you're ahead. And Rick Scott's ahead. And, when it comes to the Attorney General race and the CFO race, they don't have to worry. The governor's race is now in recall letter. Agriculture, look. It wasn't a big margin. It was 13,000. Is it possible that could have been caught? Sure. But the fact that we don't know how many ballots are left, we don't know how many ballots are going to be counted, and the margin is getting closer and closer and closer. If it's only a 2,000 vote margin for Rick Scott, Democrats are going to say that their ballot was stolen, especially because of 24, and they're going to blame Republicans. And if Rick Scott loses to Senator Nelson, Republicans are going to say that the ballot was stolen to them because of Broward County. And that's the situation. And it's disgusting. Well, you don't have to like and subscribe, but you can definitely comment below. And you can think I'm some sort of wingnut. I'm not. You think I'm a conspiracy theorist. I'm not. I'm simply telling some truth right now. That Broward right now, it's horrible. It's horrible. And the national news has got way more important things to deal with than, stealing a democracy from us. Because in 2 years, if you think it's bad now, wait if Donnie Jingles is at 260 and the Democratic opponent is at 250 and the 29 electoral votes are going to decide it. And this stuff happens in Broward because it'll happen in 2 years from now. And it'll be bad. And and then people will say that we stole another election. But then again, Donald Trump isn't exactly the most Republican, so I don't know if the Supreme Court can, if you get another stolen vote. But, yeah, that's where we're at now. Sorry for this rambling. Night.